Morning.
Happy Monday.
Welcome back from the weekend.
Yeah, hopefully you had a nice weekend.
At least where I was, it felt like spring for one day out of the weekend.
Yes, it definitely did. It was still warmer yesterday, though. I had the windows open. It still felt like spring. A little cloudy, though.
Could have been worse.
But it did make it easier to go to bed when it was cloudy.
That's true, yeah.
I wasn't mad about that.
Yeah, because when it's nice and sunny, it's like, I don't want to go to bed.
Yeah, and it's hard when it's coming through this, the window, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm Brendan here with Heather. We have Gib there in the back pushing buttons. Any messages, Gib? I think I know the answer, but okay, yeah, nope. I ask anyway.
You never know.
Nine times out of 10, though. Oh, he was drinking his water. He apologizes. Heather's going to have a sip. Now, do you have any messages for the friends, Gib? Happy Monday. Wow, excited tone there. What's on your mind, Bricca, after you take a sip? We're just all getting hydrated now, yeah.
Because I made egg bites this weekend. I had really a bite, and so I needed to wash down the Cholula bacon and egg. Yeah, it was productive this weekend, so watch the Masters. So Masters is on my mind, but also the weather. We're talking rain, snow, some springtime snow, wind. It's gonna feel a little bit more like winter tomorrow and Wednesday. But if you guys are traveling, I know there's a lot of questions in regards to maybe the Easter weekend travel. It's not looking too bad right now.
Good.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned wind, so I was in Gaylord seeing some friends over the weekend and just saw all the damage caused by the ice. Yeah. So we're 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks after the ice storm. In fact, Gaylord schools
They're
back
finally
open
back
today.
to school, yeah.
Yep. So I think that's the end of all of our school closures in northern Michigan, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because Alpena went back, and then Gaylord was the only one that hadn't gone back yet.
Yeah.
That we are aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of crews out, taking trees off roofs, estimating the damage. A lot of people clearing all of the brush off their yards, and just still a lot of work ahead. I saw a lot of line crews getting dinner downtown Gaylord Saturday night.
Yep.
But when it comes to the wind, there are still pieces, you look way up in the trees, there are still pieces kind of dangling.
Some rogue branches.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, it's probably not done in terms of the trees coming down.
It's a really good point to bring up because we have elevated wildfire danger still.
Yep.
And then we're going to see gusty winds through tomorrow, and even though we're going to see snow, it's not going to be enough to make up for how dry the ground is. And then that debris that's already there, and then the debris that hasn't fallen yet. And the winds, we're talking gusts in the 30s and 40s. So it could easily knock over some tree branches. We could maybe see some isolated power outages. I wouldn't be surprised if we did.
Yeah.
Nothing widespread with this system, but still something to think about. Yeah.
What else was there? There was something else. I'll let you know if I think of it.
Okay. Well, let me know.
We'll
think on that. Maybe my forecast might spark the memory.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Sun cruise, all that. Anyway,
sun. You saw sun in Gaylord.
It was nice.
That was nice.
Oh, and the Sarah Lee Cares event on Saturday was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Brendan was very busy this weekend compared to my weekend, which was very much not busy.
That's okay. You just got back from vacation, time zones and things, Yeah, that was at the Sarah Lee Frozen Bakery in Traverse City.
That's where they make all the frozen pies, pretty much.
Yeah, around the country. And I don't know, maybe internationally too, shipping to Canada or whatever. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
I shouldn't say whatever, but I'm not sure of the exact distribution.
Could be, it's very possible.
It is possible. But I went with Allie Baxter and we said hi to law enforcement. So anyway, in case you're not aware, I'm on the Salvation Army Advisory Board, and the Salvation Army was part of it. One of the many organizations in the parking lot right in front of the Frozen Bakery. The Easter Bunny was there. You had Easter egg hunt. You can meet with law enforcement agencies. They had a bunch of games for kids.
The Easter Bunny was there.
Patches, the Easter Bunny was there. You can get a tour of the bakery. And it was a lot of fun to just see the community come together. The weather was gorgeous. It was the 3rd annual. And we had a fun time.
Yeah, I told you, weather was going to cooperate this year. Because last year and the year before, I remember it being a little snowy or rainy.
Yeah, the weather each year, so with this being the 3rd annual, the first year, weather-wise, not great. The second year, last year, got a little better. This year, fantastic. I didn't even need a jacket. I brought one in
Yeah,
the car just in
comfortable.
case, but it was really nice. And I don't know the exact numbers yet, but thousands, I think, of people would be safe to say.
I mean, it was like a 4-hour event, right? So
Yep, a lot of people. So yeah,
Fun.
that was a lot of fun there in Traverse City. All right, we've just been chatty. What's
there
next
goes our
on the
digital
agenda?
content manager to get his breakfast sandwich. Good morning. Trevor Drew says, good morning.
I've been hearing beeping. I think his breakfast
His
sandwich
breakfast
is
sandwich
done in
is
the
done.
toaster
He
oven.
was sniffing. He was waiting for the beeps, and then he walked through the studio.
Yeah.
Didn't he want to go through the hallway?
Nope.
Yeah.
He just wanted the shortest path from his desk to breakfast. Yeah.
If you know anything about Up North Live employees, they love their food, so myself included. All right, so we'll get into the weather quiz, and then we'll get into the forecast. And then hold off on questions. I will likely answer a lot of them. But if you have any specific birding questions, specifics on certain snow and things like that, I can answer it, but I will likely show you in my graphics. So we're talking about birds in our weather quiz. Now, this bird was made famous by a cartoon. It's also the state bird of New Mexico. What bird is it? And the hint is that it first appeared in 1949. Is it the sparrow, the mockingbird, or the roadrunner?
Did you hear Gib in your ear?
I did hear Gib in my ear, and I'm not going to repeat it.
Right, because it could be a
Because
little
it
hint.
would, yeah, it would give it away. So we're going to talk about travel conditions across northern Michigan to start off. So we are seeing some rain. We are going to be dealing with passing rain showers today. So we do have caution because it could be a bit slick, especially tonight. Once our rain switches over to snow, we are expecting some slick roads and low visibility tomorrow, even tomorrow night. And then that will all come to an end, mainly late evening, and then Wednesday is looking a lot better, although it could be slick early on just because of the snow. Wednesday's looking better at least throughout the day once we address the snow-covered roads. This is a look at what we're seeing on radar and satellite. So we saw that warm front passing through. We did see some thunderstorms overnight early this morning. Now we're seeing some lingering passing showers, mainly in the eastern UP and on the east side. If you're in Rogers City, seeing some light drizzle. And then in the eastern UP closer to Chippewa and Mackinac County, some lighter drizzle. The main weather story is the snow. We have a winter weather advisory in Alger, Luce, and northern Schoolcraft counties. This starts tonight at 11 p.m. and it goes through Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Though that's a spot where we are going to see about 4 to 6 inches of snow, wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour, which means low visibility, blowing snow, drifting, and all of those things will be possible. So look at why we're going to see that. We're going to see the warmer side of the system first. So passing rain showers into the morning. Afternoon, expect dry slotting, which means weather will be drier, especially south of the bridge with some sunshine. Winds will pick up ahead of that cold front. So looking at gusty westerly winds this afternoon, we're still going to be dealing with the chance of some showers if you're in the eastern upper peninsula. Even tonight, we'll start to see that rain moving in. More spotty shower chances south of the bridge. Then that rain will switch over to mixed showers and snow by early tomorrow morning and overnight. Temperatures are rapidly going to drop tonight with that cold front passing through. Now wind shift more northwesterly. It's going to feel blustery tomorrow. Gusts in the 30s and 40s, as I mentioned when we started this live broadcast. So we're going to see that lake effect snow. It will be a bit more widespread early on, and then we're going to see more persistent lake effect snow in the eastern UP. But look at that late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, most of that will end, and then we're going to see high pressure taking hold again. So that's a look at our snowfall forecast. Generally speaking, a light dusting of spring snow in the northern lower, 1 to 2 inches at most. Mainly in the snow belts is where we're going to see a couple of inches, talking Gaylord and Grayling. In the eastern upper peninsula, 1 to 4 inches will be possible. You can see the darker blue color closer to Luce and Schoolcraft counties. That's where we can see 4+ inches of that lake effect snow. So our trash can wind meter, the fan favorite, it will likely be in the neighbor's yard, especially tomorrow. We're talking wind gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour out of the northwest. Could be knocked over today into the evening because our winds will still be strong and gusty out of the west, at least this afternoon into tonight. So that's what we're looking at as far as wind gusts. This is a look at our forecast peak wind graphic itself. So we'll see those winds shifting more westerly. You can see by lunch hour tonight or today, 30s and 40s, low 40s could still be possible. but still mainly out of the west until late tonight. So you can see as that cold front passes through into early tomorrow morning, we'll see gusts consistently in the 30s and 40s throughout the day tomorrow. So we'll feel blustery, wind chills will make it feel a lot cooler, and highs will be a lot cooler compared to today. This is our look at our highs today. 50s in the eastern upper with passing rain showers. We'll see that gusty westerly wind. 50s and 60s south of the bridge. AM rain, PM clearing. 63 in Harrisville, 59 in Kalkaska, 53 in Empire. Here in Cadillac, 59. And Manistee, 55. AM rain, PM clearing. Tonight we'll see temperatures in the 30s, and they're going to rapidly drop throughout the evening and early tomorrow morning. Rain to mix to snow. And now east of I-75, we'll see a few showers and then a late mix possible. Most of our snow chances will hold off until tomorrow morning. 34 in Eau Rapids tonight and Traverse City. Few showers and a late mix. Same story in our southern counties. More of a spotty shower chance tonight in a late mix. We are expecting that cool weather to really surge in tomorrow. We're talking highs only reaching the 30s, maybe low 40s with snow. And then Wednesday and Thursday, it's still going to be cooler, but at least we'll see some sunshine. Friday, we are expecting some rain on Good Friday. If you have any plans for Easter weekend, at least Saturday and Sunday is looking better. More sunshine and then warming up gradually through the weekend.
Thank you, Heather.
Yeah.
We have Chris at the top of my list here, saying good morning from East Lansing. Could be 65 degrees down that way today. Paul is watching from Rogers City. What's his Paul saying? Sometimes he has something else to say. I don't see anything yet. All right, Robert's watching from Indian River this morning, 47 and cloudy. Hi, Robert. Nancy is watching from East Jordan, where it's 51. It's 48 for our friend Jackie there in Kalkaska. A little on the cloudy side, she said. Joel's watching from the Pleasanton Patriots Pub, 52 degrees and partly cloudy, doing some cutting of the firewood today, Heather.
There you go.
That egg bite pretty good? Well, you made
It's
it. Of course
delish.
it's good, yeah.
Yeah, I made it myself. They're
Susan-
cheaper too.
Yeah, Susan's saying good morning again from Kalkaska. Paula saying good morning from Boyne Falls, cloudy and 50 degrees. Kathy saying good morning. I see it rained last night. We needed it.
We do.
And yeah, Susan is saying cloudy and 47 in Kalkaska. Paula's guessing Roadrunner. Alice is also with us on this Monday. Hi, Alice. It's raining in Alpena. It's 45 and cloudy. Good job, you two, she said. Good job to you too, Alice. Calling in early every single morning.
Yeah, before 5 a.m. usually. Yeah, she's pretty consistent.
Joel, going with Roadrunner. Jackie, same thing. Susan, same thing. My mom is also watching from Port Huron. Hi, Mom. It's cloudy and 48 in Port Huron. Had nice weather for walks with Benji over the weekend.
Good.
Have a good day, she said.
Good walkies weather.
Benji getting his steps in. My mom.
Yeah.
My dad, too, probably. They take turns on who takes Mr. Benji out and about.
Oh, they have shifts. Nice.
Paula is saying those dangling branches are called widowmakers.
Oh.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Especially if in a heavily forested area.
Yeah.
Tom said, good morning, Heather and Brendan. Beep, beep. Watch out for Wile E. Coyote, the Roadrunner. I like that, Tom. Hopefully I did that justice.
Yeah.
Joel saying mushrooms being found in irons. Won't be long up here.
I did see a few people posting in the mushroom group that I'm in on Facebook. They're starting to pop.
But of course not sharing the exact locations,
No,
right?
no.
Alice guessing Roadrunner. So is Richard. Mark saying good morning from Fremont, Indiana. Susie Q is reporting 80 degrees in Inglewood, Florida. So beautiful in paradise. Saying that her daughter is still without power. Roof damage, a lot of trees down too. Looks like a tornado went through Gaylord. She's referring to the ice storm.
Yeah.
And just a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, we are talking about widespread damage worse than a tornado because there's so many power outages, so much damage to houses. Even my friend who works for the road commission, their truck got hit by trees when they were out of town.
Oh, really?
So their own trucks were hit and the house hit the chimney. There's just a lot of damage in Gaylord.
Those insurance adjusters, very busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and the roof repairing companies, probably getting a lot of phone calls.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to take a
Definitely.
while to clean all that stuff up. And yeah, we know a lot of people have gotten power back, but there are still a lot of people that don't have it.
We know those power crews are working hard and just a matter of time, right?
Putting in those poles as fast as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Susie Q is enjoying the day at home, swimming, doing some bike riding, and then watching the sunset at the ocean.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Thanks
To
for
be
passing that
retired.
along. Wait, right. We're just transferring ourselves from. We love being in northern Michigan, don't get us wrong. But watching the sunset by the ocean, that'd be pretty nice too.
Being up to watch the sunset this time of year, yeah, that would be nice.
What's the sunset these days? Past 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I think it's like now 8:20 something.
Okay. Dave is saying hello and good Monday morning. We made it home from Florida yesterday.
Oh, good.
It's too cold here, but confident warmth is coming. I like your optimism, Dave. And his guess is Roadrunner.
All right, tonight, 8:24.
8:24.
I know it was like almost a week ago. It was 8:20, so I know we're slowly gaining about a minute of daylight every day now. So yeah, 8:24.
Susie Q, Gail going with Roadrunner. Wally's chiming in from North Fort Myers, Florida.
Of course he is.
Hoping to get back home to Michigan later this month.
Okay.
So he's soaking up the last maybe few weeks, perhaps,
Yeah.
of his time in Florida. Oh, our friend and coworker Trevor Robideau is on. Didn't expect to see his name pop up.
You need to sleep. he just worked the weekend shift until you don't get home closer to midnight. Trev.
Yeah, I don't think he sleeps much. I learned that about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
when
did
he was
say
filling in
that.
for you. So Trevor is saying good morning and hoping everybody has a good day.
Hopefully you do too, Trev. Enjoy your 2 days off. He'll be filling in for Joe later this week. So.
Yes. Yeah, you get more Trevor doing the weather.
do, yeah.
We ran his story this morning talking about how farms and folks there are getting the orchards ready. He went to a vineyard and a fruit farm to see the crews preparing as I think we only ran the story 5 times this morning during the morning show, but it sounds like just overall we're also busy doing other things. But the gist
Yeah.
I got, things in terms of the weather, it was a good winter, it's a good start to spring,
Yep.
and so the farmers didn't seem to have any major concerns. That was what I gathered, Heather.
Yes, and they're in the process of pruning right now and making sure all the stuff, the brush is
Yep.
cleaned up, and
Yep.
especially from our recent storms, just getting all that squared away
Yep.
before they do any more planting or having to do anything else with their plants. Because every plant is different, tree and all that.
So Trevor was on reporting duty for a couple days, but yeah, he's back to.
Yeah, I told the
weather
morning
duty.
team, I'm like, this is the last TR package you'll get in probably about a week or more.
Vicente saying happy Monday.
Hi,
Vicente.
Vicente. And the 4 kitties.
Yeah, that's right. Gail saying,
Cuatro gatos.
Gail saying good morning from Kingsley. Spent the weekend at our cabin by Atlanta cleaning up the trees. Snow still on the ground from Manslona to Vienna Corners.
Oh, I believe it. There was so much snow, and especially in the shaded areas, it's going to take a little bit more to melt.
Still no power in some areas where our cabin is. Main lines are done, and now they are going house to house to make sure they have power. It's going to take years to recoup, she said, thanks to all the linemen.
Yes, we thank them for all their hard work, working long hours, and being out in the swampy land and
Yeah.
everywhere they have to be to make sure people get their power. So I saw there was Consumers Energy posted this video of like an aquatic vessel they have where it's like these rollers on like instead of wheels so they can get into the forest where there's like swamp.
Wow.
It's very impressive.
Never thought about that, but yeah, they would
Yeah,
need all
because you
kinds
have
of
to
vehicles.
get to where the power lines are, and then they couldn't get the power pole on anything to like transport it. So there was like a video of several linemen all carrying the power pole out in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
It's so impressive.
It's got to be tough work. My goodness.
It's hard, yeah.
We have Thomas watching from, 44. You know what? It's not exactly clear where he is. We
Could
get
be Ionia.
two different
could
weather
be
reports.
BBI.
He said good morning. Roadrunner, 44 and cloudy on Bois Blanc Island. Ionia is 51 and partly sunny. His first new car was a 69 Roadrunner. Beep, beep. Wonder if that's the actual sound of the horn.
I'm actually curious too.
Probably not, but
Yeah.
beep, beep. And Trevor's up at 6:30 every day. Yep. Tom is saying congratulations, WMU Bronco hockey team. They won the whole Frozen Four, right?
The title.
Yep.
Yep. The national title. That's what they call it.
We know that Tom was following that, so
Yeah.
good job to the hockey players.
Good job to the team, the coach.
Do you think Trevor Obido was watching that?
I don't know.
The Frozen Four?
I don't know.
I know he's a big hockey guy, but college hockey, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Let us know, Trevor. Those are all the comments for now.
Okay, well, we'll get to the weather quiz answer here. So we're talking about birds. So this bird is a particularly famous one, and it's a cartoon. And it's also the state bird of New Mexico. Which one is it? What do you think?
Everybody got it right. Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Roadrunner. You are correct. It first appeared in 1949, so a few years ago, a few decades ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone got it right. Everyone is 1 for 1 on the board this Monday. Today, our Facebook Live viewer, when we finally got our comments to load, the first one that did answer was Corey. If you would like to be listed as a Facebook Live viewer of the day, you'll just have to join us around 6:20 in the morning, where we show you live behind the scenes fun and the weather quiz we show you then. And then you will not get the answer until now or during the end of the live show. Mm-hmm. Where we mention your name.
Sometimes producer Sarah's on there, sometimes Gib is.
Yeah.
If he agrees, if he signs the waiver that day.
If he lets
be
us back
featured.
there.
Sometimes he locks the door. No, I'm kidding. Trevor does have an update for us. He was also watching the game, the
Okay.
Frozen Four.
Nice.
He said, "What a game!" And okay, our friends are chiming in. And Heather, you and I were wrong. It is the horn sound. Beep beep.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And then Thomas, confirming that was the horn sound. Oh, we're going on a tour, Heather, of the
We
radio
are.
cameras. Yeah.
I want to see the ice cover over Lake Superior.
A little foggy
see
there.
it's
Can't see
melting.
Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. Some fog on the water. Bit of a damp day.
And Paula responding to Trevor, great hockey. Yeah, Paula is normally the one who asks Trevor hockey questions. I'm thinking Paula might be a hockey fan.
Yeah, that might be like a safe assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am too. I don't stay up late to watch the games as much, but
Watch on repeat or get a recap.
yeah, I'll watch the highlights usually on ESPN or something. So.
Yeah.
Or if it's on Facebook.
All right, tomorrow is Tuesday.
And you know what Tuesday's all about? Fun,
Fun.
friendship, and forecasting.
Friendship and forecasting.
And snow. Frozen precip, I guess we can call it, to stay with the F theme. But we start at 4:30. I don't know if you guys know that. We're up bright and early when it's still dark, bright in the studio, dark outside. And we're live till 7. And 6 a.m., Madison starts her live shots. And Brendan, what is Madison doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow is her 11th stop on the robotics tour. A little different though this time. So we've been hearing from high schoolers who are on robotics teams across northern Michigan. Tomorrow we're hearing from an all-girls middle school robotics team, and they're going to Worlds. It's a pretty big deal, Heather.
That's a pretty big deal and pretty fun.
So we're going to be hearing from them live, thanks to Madison, starting in our 6 o'clock hour, live in Grand Traverse County.
Join us to hear more.
And then streaming, of course, live on upwithlive.com. And I think I know the answer, but Gib, anything else to add? Happy Monday. Okay, we got a little more than I expected.
Wow.
Wow, stepping up his game.
He is.
Yeah.
Because he knows you're going to ask. So he's going to have something for you to say.
Taking the dogs on a walk today, Gib?
He doesn't
Nope.
take the dogs for a walk. They run around the backyard, so he tells me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all on my mind for the moment.
Yeah,
Heather?
that's all I have.
Okay.
Right, everyone. Have a safe and fun Monday. We're back here tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.